A Cass County judge today modified a no-contact order between former Colts player Daniel Muir and his 14-year-old son Bryson. Daniel and his wife are charged in connection to Bryson's June disappearance. News 8's Kyla Russell was in the courtroom today when the decision came down.
The judge's decision today will allow the Muirs to see their son for the very first time since he was found early July on their large Logansport religious property after state police raided the grounds. The couple walked into court today hand in hand after not seeing Bryson for 29 days. They walked out with the freedom to visit their son with a licensed agency in the room, which could be DCS or a different approved third party.
Among the obligations of the supervisor is to prevent the conversations about which Mr. Schaefer has reasonable concerns.
Noah Schaefer is the Cass County prosecutor. He all but said in court he's worried allowing Bryson to visit with his parents with another person in the room could lead to witness tampering in the case.
And the failure to control the conversation about which Mr. Schaefer has concerns would be an issue for the people who are supposedly supervising. And then I would have to take an issue with them.
Kristen's attorney asked that the no-contact order be dropped for her.
She's not accused of having committed any kind of act against the child. She's accused of the charges that are filed in this court, and I would ask the court to lift the restraining order with respect to her at least.
I asked him what he thought of the judge's decision. You can't see him, but you can hear him here.
If you were in court, you could probably hear what happened in court.
We won't see the Muirs back in court until October for their last pretrial conference, and then the trial to follow in November. Reporting here in Cass County, I'm Kyla Russell for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.